Hey, welcome back to the continuation of the Banner Saga, a game that I am thoroughly enjoying playing. Even though there's a lot of text and there's a lot of storyline that I'm not even bothering to read, and I apologise to the developers and story writer for that particular fact. But overall, I think it's good. I hear there's a Banner Saga 2, and really I'd hope there would be more battling and more. It doesn't look like that. These are make one. No, it won't. If there's one thing I should tell you, is Jonah is going on. Volking. Yeah, no, I've avoided some of the battles, but that's simply because I just think the outcome could be more deadly than anything else. Really and truly, let's have another chat with this dude. Mostly just because I want to try and exhaust as much. What do you ask? How did you get all these files to follow you? Blah blah blah. Stories. They're all armor. Tap them hard enough for it, and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag, and explode on each other all the way down. You get a big brawl. Half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, trying to kill him quickly, sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. So he is. I did have that idea that he may have been calling more reinforcements in, and when they could bugger off and do that thing, they are indeed calling another one. I'm gonna kind of skip. Cool, so we're going to rest. I don't think I can. I think I've done everything to my heroes, didn't I? Because I kind of stopped in a camp situation. Let's just have a quick run through. These won't have any kills, I don't imagine, because we haven't done anything with them, so that's fine. We need to go to the marketplace. And we need to buy... Basically, I'm going to spend all my points because I need as many supplies as possible. Really. I'm gonna rest for one more day, just get that morale slightly higher, and then leave, because I don't know how many days it is we've got to travel across, so quite a few days out, so, but nothing worse than crossing the waste. Imagine if okay, we've got quite a big army now. The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusation of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, concerns over daughters' virtues are the sorts of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain that we're spreading too thin to protect everyone. Try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles. Form a council to handle these problems. Split the caravan. Let's go with that one. Idle hands do the devil's work, apparently. It's scout returns with a nearly frozen child. I almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something, he says. Patches of blue mottle her pale skin, but her chest rises and falls ever so slightly. Even just carrying her along could kill her in a state like this, says a woman. We could be in danger here, points out another. Keep moving, but let the healers tend to her. Stop the caravan for rest and tend to the girl. Stop and look for other survivors. Let's stop and look for other survivors. Look for any other survivors. Healers, do what you can. Fire flares, blah 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 blah. My morale is dropping quite seriously. You haven't seen Elite for much of the day. When you do, she's returning to camp alone from a fair distance away, looking rather sullen. Ask her what's going on. Her sister married on Earth, but she died a long time ago. Bound since, but one left without him, just left him behind without a word. That's why they came after us. Let's confirm equals story. He'd be a fine one day, ready to kill us. Killed his own men the next. Sometimes he would. I'd make the same decision tomorrow. Let's confront you. You march directly over to where you has been forced to stay, far away from the rest of the ground. He turns to you as you approach. Fantastic for that story. Yeah, that was really awesome. I keep getting the offer to murder that man where he stands. Something tells me maybe I should at one point just murder that man. Another godstone by the looks of it. Perhaps they'll bring us luck, you over here, and before long the caravan has become obsessed with gathering the shiny scouts. Let the caravan take their time, cut them off after a reasonable amount of time, leave now before it gets out of hand. Ah, sod it, let them take their time. By the end of the second day, the scavenger hunt still continues unabated, and even you are starting to feel something in the back of your mind, like you need to have one of the scouts. You shake it off, uncertain whether to let it continue. Let's get the caravan out of here. Oh, just cause you're over grinning, a row of women holding bows of different ages and experience line up before you. Row trees, they fire, doing an impressive job of hitting trunks. I think they're ready to fill some dredge with feathers. One woman still hasn't shot her arrow. She stands perfectly still. The others watch. She just, as she winds shifts, she lets go, and her arrow flies not into one of the trees, but a snow rabbit that had scurried out from underneath. Dinner, she says, smiling. Good room for the caravan approach. Listen here, says one. Practice all you want. My wife isn't fighting dredge. The other men agree in chorus. We don't want to see a battlefield full of dead wives and daughters. Train more archers. I don't know how many more would really take to it. The more people who can hold their own, the better. The men continue to complain. The women return to camp, not just to clan as fighters. Several women are talking expressively at the young girl, found nearly frozen, now called Frosta. The quiet child's face expresses quiet terror, aggressively jabbing at the dirt with a stick, with which she clearly used to draw on the ground. The squares and circles around the line from the yokes leads to deeper gorges where just jab the stick repeatedly. Depending on how you look at it though, it could be almost nothing. Doesn't sound like she gave us much, really. Running low on supplies. Right up here towards you. Behind them is a swarm of dredge, and a trail of bodies leading off in the distance. Get down there, barks Krumar. Don't let them spread out, shouts the lead Varl as you approach the battleground. Soon you almost regret finding yourself fighting alongside them, facing off against a daunting number of dredge. So there's 164 of them. I have 169 fighters and 62 Varl. I think we have the advantage somewhat. Two forces are about evenly matched. There is no guarantee of victory here. We're going to go formations. Give the order. Okay, so who do we want to take into battle with us, and who do we not? He's probably going to be better than him. I might take the old dude in as well, and I might just throw him in for the fun of it, just to see what he's like in battle. Let's do it. Okay, so we have a shit ton of heavy dudes, 16 and 11, 10 and 15, 10 and 15, 10 and 15, 10 and 15. Okie dokie. So he... I don't know who's going to get to go first and who is not going to get to go first. He needs to take on the big dude. Come on. $15 shield, 14 health will do more damage to him. In the long run, I think. Actually, he can come here. He can go over here. Like I said, I don't actually know who's going to do what really. She goes second, so I'm going to place her here. He goes first, and with 12 damage, he's not going to do much to anybody really. I will put him here. He can take a couple of shots in couple of different directions, and that dude can just take him on. Okay, well that's as ready as we're going to get. I'm going to help this dude out by dropping as much armor off that as I can. Let's just do as much damage as we can with her. Okay, let's get some damage in on him. He's basically just going to try and take down some of the damage of that dude. Oh dear, they're all going after the same dude. You might as well do as much damage here as you can. Let's do as much damage here as we can. Now then, what do I do with this dude? If I leave him there, he's just going to get pounded on by everybody. I'm moving back. No, let's move him to there, so I definitely know he's got an arrow shot. Let's drop his armor by some more. She can drop this dude's armor a little bit, or I could go after him and kill him. Let's have a drop his armor. Yeah, he's going to take a bit of a pounding. They're all going after my top dude by the looks of it. Let's drop the amount of damage this guy can do. I'm gonna go after this dude. What's his? It's probably not worth worrying about at this point. He's in a bad way, isn't he, eh? Yeah, now I'm going to come over here and attack this dude. Try and reduce the amount of damage you can do. Is he going to go straight after him? Yeah. Let's move him out of the way. We can probably still get a shot off. With only 2 health, he's really just going to be knocking armor down, isn't he, really? He seems to have the most armor, so we'll just knock his armor down. Yep, he's dead. Okay, let's reduce the by 1. It's 90%, we might as well go for it. Take down the amount of damage you can do. Let's just go fight this dude. Let's just go straight in for this dude. Let's have a move over here. And then... oh, she can actually do 2 damage. Let's do 2 damage, so... he can't do as much damage. He's obviously calling more people in now. I'd really like to be able to do more damage than I can currently do. What is his special power? Select one adjacent ally to move next in initiative. Adjacent though, how far does that actually go? Let's just drop his armor. If we can stop him from calling in another dude, that would be useful. Looks like he's going to start calling in allies. Let's just drop his armor. Might as well just get a kill here. He did manage to call someone. That's kind of annoying. Well, she managed to get a kill. That's always a bonus. Does mean that they shouldn't be able to call anyone else in. Let's just do as much damage as this fella. Again, we might as well reduce the amount of attack he can do. Let's just do the 1 damage. Bit of overkill. Let's reduce his armor. I could kill him. But I really want her to get another kill, I think. She doesn't often get them. Now again, we have this issue. I think I'm a soldier down. I think I'm quite weak. I might pull back before they regroup. I had a couple of injuries there, which is obviously massively unfortunate. Or humans don't step foot in Arnoft. No, it doesn't sound like we're welcome anyway. They've realised that it's picked up speed anyway. Is that massive? That is a massive, great big serpent-y, dragon-y thing. Which is a bit weird. Obviously we had the weird and wonderful folklore of the Nordic, but a giant dragon serpent-y thing rearranging the mountains. Interesting. Excuse me. It's another godstone, by the looks of it. Maybe we can gain something useful from it. After 3 terrifying days of tremors, we reached the godstone of Hardborg, which is teeming with Val who want to know what is happening. Others busily mend makeshift defences and set up around the godstone. Creator of Val, hold up, pants fuzzled. Between long gasps of air, we're going to have a talk. Oh, good. You're still standing when most of you rest up, then move on. The mountain just sank into the earth and something is out there. You're just going to send us away. Don't know who you are, but you're not going to iron off. There are a couple of hundred Val here who will back that up. Where are we supposed to go? Back the way we came. We're stuck between 2 mountain ranges. One direction a few thousand Val, and the other an army of dredge and whatever caused that quake. After the Val city, this shouldn't be news to a Val. Give it a rest for salt. Don't you recognise who you're talking to? I think this might be the one person you want to let into. Loft. You're all of them. Either must be king or something. Says, as you both stand silence, give this to Ingvar. He says, turning to leave. It was once his, and that stubborn ass refuses to take it back. Word comes from below that to retreat the next village over, and you soon see wire black shadows sweeping down the valley. Blah 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 blah. More shit to kill. But on closer inspection is a veritable version of dredge. More blah 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 blah. Severely running out of supplies. I don't know what happens when we run out of supplies, whether we just die. A travel blood leads to a clearing where you find a large, wounded Val. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing at no one in particular, and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you'd leave this one alone without a second thought. Inhabit is on his feet, swinging his massive weapon. You jump clear of the cudgel, smashing through a tree trunk. Your party scatters to avoid the falling timber. Once you recover, the Val is long gone, leaving only another trail of blood, which you decide against following this time. Shame, he sounds like he could have been an awesome warrior. Really running out of food supplies. Ooh. I haven't told you we can't stay here long. It will take 3 straight days to cross Burrow Pass, so stock up. There's no stopping once we leave. He takes off to speak to the others. Blah blah blah. So, I liked old Ivor. Okay, so we basically need to have 3 days of supplies, which we have. We can promote some people. We only have 10 renown. I think I'm going to buy supplies, though. Um, 5 days worth should be enough, hopefully. I will rest for a day, use a day's supply. I don't think I can do anything with my heroes unless one of them's like a 5 promotion. Okay, so he probably will be only 5 to promote. Let's do it. We may never use him, he may not be that useful ever again. The usual deal with those. And I'm going to spend 1 renown point on supplies. And then we're going to leave. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then I might have to consider calling an end to the episode. I probably should have done it there at the encampment, but it'd be interesting to see what happens.
We approach
here.
a city that only Varl have seen and cross a bridge that only Varl could build. Let us hope that we are the only unwelcome visitors to pass.
Okay, let's hope that. It's a beautiful game, very lovely artwork, and it's a fun game to play. Do recommend, if you've been watching the videos and playing this, play along yourself, make different decisions to me. Clearly make different decisions to me because I'm terrible at this. The combat's interesting, it's fun, it's different. So I haven't played many strategy games at all really, but of the ones I have played, the combat seems to be the most interesting in linking your health to your attack. It's probably not a new thing at all, but having the shield, the health, and having to take them down and blah blah blah, it seems more than just like XCOM is. You either have a good line of sight, a close line of sight, you have enough damage in your weapon to kill in 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, whatever else. There's obviously strategy to that with the bigger enemies and the more powerful enemies, but there's no strategy against weaker, smaller enemies. Once you get to a certain point, they might throw like 100 thin men at you, but there's, you know, you'll just put them down 1 shot each. Okay, well it sounds like we're in a shit situation. Quite honestly, we can't buy anything at the market. We can't upgrade anybody. We can't rest. So I don't actually know what we're supposed to do really here. At all. But you know, I was mentioning earlier that we were looking for a place to end this episode, so this is where I'll end it, and hopefully in the next episode I'll work out what it is I need to do to continue on from here. Please do come back and watch the continuation of this series as we play through the Banner Saga. I'll see you then.